So we're here with Oculus at South by Southwest. The U.S. premiere was last night. How exciting was it to see the final movie with a crowd of people who were jumping and frightened and terrified?
That was the best way to see the film possible. I've only seen a rough cut of the film, and that was just with the other cast members and the people who worked on the film. So that was a very different experience. We were all really excited, but to see it with a big American expressive audience was really cool.
How is an American audience different than an audience from
the UK?
Yeah.
You make noise. You're not afraid to be like, you're like, woo!
There was a lot of wooing and screaming last night. I can vouch for that. I thought what was really refreshing for me about the movie is that there's not like a big, and I don't want to give away a lot of spoilers, but at the end they don't have to explain what the mirror really is. But did they give to you any sense of like background on the history of it to kind of flesh that into your mind, or did you just kind of go in knowing that the mirror is what it is and you don't need to know any more about it then?
I mean, like, I think probably we all have our own, like, different perceptions on what the mirror is.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, certainly I knew the history of it anyway, because I, like, did a monologue about
it. You're going.
But in terms of what it actually is, I think it just shows you, like, the worst version of yourself, and it sort of grabs onto your innermost fears and uses them against you.
Your character in the film, what would you say is her, like, the worst version of herself? Like, what was it that the mirror brought out in her that was so destructive?
Without giving away any spoilers, I mean, she, the mirror incorporated people that are very important in her life, and she may or may not have hurt them.
You had mentioned to me last night that you were a big fan of horror movies growing up. Was it kind of everything you imagined it would be? Being now you are the star of a horror movie.
That's so exciting! I just got really excited when you said
that. Just to say that, isn't that fun?
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So I grew up watching horror films. I loved them. I loved like all the cheesy like teen slasher ones, all of them. So I always wanted to be in a horror film, but this was the best of both worlds for me because I got to be in a horror film with all the like scares and everything that everybody wants. But really, for me and Brenton, who played my brother, it was just like a two-hander character piece.
Yeah.
It was like two actors
Shot like a play
in a room.
almost.
Yeah, it really was. We rehearsed the entire thing beforehand. So like really it was like the dream horror film for me to do.
Was it hard to keep up that level of sort of energy and emotion throughout the shoot? I mean, I don't know how long you shot, but there's a lot of, even that monologue, it's very fast. She's very sort of, you can feel the energy coming through. Is that tough to every day to kind of ramp yourself up to the level that she's at emotionally?
Yeah, I guess that's part of it, just like getting to that place. The continuity is actually quite a difficult part of it because we are not shooting in chronological order at all. But really, actually, we shot all of our stuff in the present day in the last week. So really, like, they shot all the family stuff, all the stuff in flashback for like the first few weeks of the shoot, and then our stuff all in 1 week. So it was like crazy, but it was really amazing. We shot that monologue maybe over 2 days, and I remember the director told me I have to be able to get through the entire thing in one.
In one take? You just you had to go through it and just
the whole thing, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we didn't do it just once, but I had to be able to get through the whole thing.
Beginning to end.
And then I would just do that over and over again, and we like, because if you notice when you watch it, he moves to a different camera angle every single sentence, which is quite.
That's interesting.
Crazy.
It's also interesting the way you said that they had shot it, you had shot at different times, but the way the movie is edited together, was it hard when you were on set to figure out where you were going in terms of how the other parts of the film were going to be edited in? Because it's so magnificent the way it all sort of cuts together in ways with things that happened in the past. Was it hard to sort of keep track of that in your head, or how did your director kind of walk you through what was happening?
That's exactly how we kept track of it. It was Mike, the director, who would just remind us of where we were at in the story before we'd shoot anything. He told us what this was going to bleed into, and that's how we really knew what was happening. I mean, we all had a very good grasp of the script because we studied it and rehearsed for quite a while, but it does get confusing.
Yeah, but then must be really fun to see it all come together in a way that you're like, oh my God.
It's seamless. And
it really
lovely.
was. Did you get a chance to meet the young actress who was playing you?
Oh yeah, we we did a lot of stuff. We did all these bonding exercises as well.
Really?
We went fishing, we played bowling. It was really fun.
Was that with the whole cast, or was that just with did you do some stuff just with her and then just some
We did some
with
stuff
Brendan?
specifically for us to just spend some time with each other, so I could just spend time with her, but then also pick up some of her
I was going to say,
mannerisms.
each of you has to sort of pick up on each other's mannerisms.
Well, she
so to
shot
speak, so
most of her stuff first, so she
you followed
totally
her.
gets the credit for creating this character. I came in, copied what she was doing.